Hello, this is my 2025 Physical TBR. Starting off with my current read, which is Hellbent by Lee Bardugo. I finished 2024 off with reading Ninth House, and so here I am getting to the second book. I'm halfway through, about ish, maybe. I'm like halfway through. It's really good so far. Um, Nothing too much that I can say about it because I'm still definitely in like the plot development type thing, and I know the third one is coming out this year, so it'll be left on a cliffhanger. But so far, it's a really great continuation of the story. I love Lee Bardugo. Nothing much to say about it, so I shall give an update somewhere when I'm done with the book. Maybe, I don't know. But this is my current read. Next book. The next book is Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love her. I cannot wait to read more of her books. So far, I've only read the Inheritance games by her, and I love them. I really want to read The Naturals, and like any other book that she's written. But I'm super excited for another book in the Inheritance Game series. I am a sucker for the series. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So I can't wait to read this, and then I cannot wait for the next book. I think Grandest Rivals or Glorious Rivals. The name, there it is. There it is. Glorious Rivals is coming out this year, which is the next book in the Inheritance Games spin-off series, The Grandest Game. That's where I got Grandest from. But I am super, super excited to read this. I love the series so much, and I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing style, and I cannot wait to get more of it. Another book, so I get to read 2 of her books this year, within the same series. Next book, this is the book that I've been wanting. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. I've been kind of like stepping out of romance. I've been wanting to get back into it, and I got Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. My camera's there. I'm staring at my laptop, which is not my camera. Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I just thought that, like, I've seen this. I've always thought that the cover is so cute, and the fact that it's different movies. Like, you got The Notebook in the corner. La La Land is there, I'm pretty sure. You got Dirty Dancing, and then other ones that I can't think of right now. I think this is Love Actually. Is that one? I don't remember though. Yeah, just really, really excited. I've heard really good things about this book. And I know there's a second one, but obviously I'm gonna start with the first. But yeah, I've heard really, really great things about this book and about Lynn Painter in general. And I'm really excited. I've been wanting to get back into romance for a little bit because I've like taken a major break to read a lot of like fantasy and mystery and some horror and whatnot. And so I'm excited to get back into some romance because Lord knows that I need some like a little like cutesy little rom-com, little pick-me-up, and to get me out of a potential reading slump. So really excited for that one. And the next one is Looking for Alaska by John Green. I've been wanting to read this one for a while because it not only has a Pulitzer Prize, but it is also a banned book. And I love John Green, and I've only heard great things about this book. And it's not super long, which makes me excited because then it'll just be a nice short read. But I am very excited to read this one because I've only heard great things about it, and I feel like it's just one of those books where like everyone has read it and everyone says like you at least have to read like you read it once type of book. So, and I've loved any John Green book that I've read before, which I think is literally just Turtles All the Way Down right now. But I have like 3 more John Green books in the stack because I got a box set for Christmas. So, but this is, one of the books that I've been wanting to read for a while, and I'm super, super excited to finally be able to read it. Next book. What? It's another John Green book, The Fault in Our Stars, which this one is a lot thicker. This has been a book that I have been questioning whether or not I want to read, just because I've heard mixed things about it, and I know it's really sad. I haven't watched the movie with like Lady Gaga and stuff in it. Honestly, I kind of refuse to watch the movie, but so this has been one that I've just been anticipating whether or not I want to read because it's sad. But I also feel like sometimes you just need a sad book, But I love John Green, and so this was in the box set. So I have it and I own it, so I'm gonna read it. But I am like, now that I have it, like it's gonna be that push for me to actually read it, because I know this is a really renowned book, and a lot of people have been like, I've been told to read it multiple times by some people, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, it was like me like watching certain movies. One of them, my friend really wanted me to watch The Iron Claw, and I put it off for a while until I finally watched it, and I was bawling my eyes out, and I'm angry at her. But it's okay because it was a good movie. It was like, overall, it's a really great movie, and it was like great cinematography. So, like, on the other hand, I'm still pissed off at her because I was bawling my eyes out by the end of it. So hopefully this is not a book that I'm going to be like bawling my eyes out by the end of it, but I have no idea. So I'll have to find out. Here's a switch in genre, Stephen King's Fairy Tale. This, I don't know why I picked it up because this bitch is thick as fuck. I've never read a Stephen King book before. I've watched It and It Chapter 2 because one of my old friends really wanted me to, and so I did. I watched it with her, and they're like the only horror movies that I've ever watched, and they're okay. They're not like extremely scary to me, which I feel like is the play. They're not supposed to be super scary, but I've never read It because from what I heard, it's very sexual, and I don't really want to read that. So, but this I saw because I was just whatever looking at books, and I saw One by One by Freida McFadden, which I've already read, and I really liked because it was a lot like Five Survive by Holly Jackson. So I'm gonna pick it up. And then I saw the big letters Stephen King. I'm like, you know what? I've never read a Stephen King book before. I like, and this book sounds interesting. This is about like a secret cassette tape. And cassette tapes are kind of cool. And I have a goal for this year to read 10 books that I would never usually read. And this is a book that I would never usually read. I've never read a Stephen King book. I've always been intimidated by Stephen King. So you know what? This is the year that I get to stop being intimidated by Stephen King. By like any books. I'm really intimidated by Harry Potter. I get to read Harry Potter this year. I have the first book. I've read the first book like a million years ago, but I get to reread it because I definitely don't really remember what's in it. So this is the year that I get to stop being intimidated by Stephen King books and Harry Potter. It's not on my physical TBR, but you know what? I'm going to read Harry Potter this year. I'm going to tackle a 700 to 800 page book for the first time. This bad boy is 600 something, which I've read 600 something page books before. I never a Stephen King one though, so I'm nervous, and I'm gonna put this one off for a little bit. But I will read it. And and I'll probably vlog myself reading it, and so it'll be up at some point. I'm definitely gonna vlog myself reading this one, um, and it will be up because I'm very interested in like what my thoughts are gonna be progressing through the story, and if I vlog it, it'll actually like make me pay attention more to the story instead of being like, I read it, didn't really retain much. So there's that. Next book, switching back to John Green, Paper Towns. This one I'm super excited about. I know this is a movie. I have not watched the movie. I wanted to wait. Same with The Fault in Our Stars. Oh, whoa, hello. Same with The Fault in Our Stars. I wanted to wait till I read the book to watch the movies. Like, there's TV shows where like I'm waiting to read the books. I know one of them is Three Body Problem. I'm waiting to read the books until I watch the movies, or the TV show. And I was gonna say like, oh, I'll just read Game of Thrones and I'll watch the TV show. But honestly, I don't want to watch the show. I'm just gonna read like low-key. Just kind of want to read the books because the show is apparently a lot different than the books, and the books are way better. So, but tangent, Paper Towns. This one I've been wanting to read for a while as well. I've been wanting to read all of John Green's books for a very long time. So here it is, Paper Towns. Super, super cool. And yeah, I can't wait to watch the movie after this as well. And last John Green book, An Abundance of Catherines. Again, excited to read this as a Pulitzer Prize. Not surprised, it's John Green. John Green's a legend, and I love John Green. Any John Green haters on this channel are not tolerated. If you don't like John Green, get out. Because I love John Green. I love John Green. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited to read this one. Get another John Green book, and I'm excited for his next book, Everything is Tuberculosis, to come out. Very exciting. Yes! Next book is a book that I'd never even heard of until I got it in my family's Secret Santa. It's The Last Murder at the... Oh, camera's right there. The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton. I hope I didn't botch that. Stuart Turton has sprayed edges. This is the first book that I have with sprayed edges. My uncle got this for me. Pretty fire. Pretty fire. I've never had a book with sprayed edges, and I opened it. I'm like, oh, it has sprayed edges. It's a pretty little teal then. Teal on a Tuesday with looks like a bottle. And what we see in a bottle of water. Teal on a Tuesday with a bottle of water. Yeah. Yeah. This one seems very interesting. This one's premise kind of reminds me of The Dark Tide that I read. The kind of premise of it. But again, murder, mystery. Like, I just love mystery. It's murder, and so I'm a big sucker. Mystery is my favorite genre of all time. You will I can blab about mystery all the time. That's why I'm writing a mystery book. I love mystery. I love figuring out mysteries. I love anything mystery. So if you're struggling to get me something, you shouldn't. I mean, like, my birthday, I held 2 murder mystery parties last year. I love mystery. I love mystery things. So this is a book that I've never heard of, and I probably would have never, ever picked up ever because I would have never heard this. So this is book 2 out of 10 of books that I would not usually read because I cannot hold this with one hand. Like that. Okay. I'm holding it like this. It's covering up the name of the book, but I've said the name of the book like a million times. So this is book number 2 on my Physical TBR of books that I would not usually read, because I would usually pick up a mystery book, but I would not usually probably pick it up because of the cover. But I don't know. So this is 2. I have also that I'm not grabbing. I got a I have a box set of 50 modern Penguin classics. So like some of those books like I would have never have picked up or read. So I'll count like 2 of those classics as well towards my goal, because I'm gonna read 50 of them. I'm gonna read all 50 because they're like all like 50 to 70 pages. So like I can like read one of those in like an hour, But otherwise, so I'm super excited to read this one. It's not a book that I would usually pick up, just based off of kind of like the premise of it. And I mean, the cover is really cool. I tend to pick books with like more muted kind of covers. So like, and the sprayed edges are cool. It's not really like a color palette of a book that I would usually pick up, which is kind of weird of me to say. I feel like that's weird for me to be like, it's not a color palette that I would usually pick, because it's a cool cover. I like the cover. I don't know. I have no idea. But so I usually like the premise of it is kind of cool, but like the Dark Tide, I wouldn't have picked up a book. So like I probably wouldn't have picked this book up just for the fact that it is similar to the Dark Tide. Because I mean overall like the book was good. I just wish it was longer. So not to say that I didn't enjoy the book. It definitely wasn't like one of my most favorite books that I've ever read, but it was still a good book. And I like that. I like the gothic vibe from it. I was trying to read more gothic type books, and I still am. Like if I see like a gothic type book, I'll tend to pick it up after reading Alexis Henderson's House of Hunger, because that was a really good book. Yeah. So there's not a book that I would usually pick up, even though it's a mystery. Like not all mysteries are that great. Sometimes it's a mystery for a reason. Just putting that out there. Okay, other than the 50 classics that I have, which there's like a Franz Kafka one that's in there. There's the first one is by Martin Luther King Jr. Kind of crazy. There's a classic by him in there. Those are like the 2 that I can remember, because I don't really know anyone else that's. I think there's a George Orwell book in there too. So yeah, I'm interested in reading the classics. I'll probably vlog myself reading those as well. This is me thinking out loud. I'll probably vlog myself reading all the classics like separately, and then I'll like come together and give like a review on all of them. Because I'm like very beginning to get into classics. I've been wanting to get into classics for a while. I like classics. They're classic. Last book on my Physical TBR. A book that I've been wanting to read for a while, and I've been asking for this book for like the box set or like the series and like just like the book for over a year. And I finally caved. I saw it at the airport. It's Dune. I've watched the movies. I've been wanting to read Dune for a long time, but I haven't been able to get into reading until last year. So I'm like, I'm gonna finally read Dune. I've been wanting to read Dune for so long, and I've been asking for this book series for over a year, and I haven't gotten it. From any time they're give me a gift list. It's been on there. So there was when I was at the airport, we went up the escalator to get to our terminal, and there's a bookstore right there. Coincidence? I think not. And I was like, I want to you know what it'll be great. It'll be a great experience. I love me a little bookstore. So I walk in. It's cute. There's a little cafe attached to it. My mom made a joke, said, "Oh, Haunting Adeline. It's like your name. It's super close to your name." And I said, "Put that down." And then I went back there and I saw, oh, they have Dune, and I picked it up and I bought it. It probably cost more than it would have been if I bought it anywhere else, because it was at an airport. And airports are fucking expensive. Like usually when like getting a coffee, it's like $5 for like what I get, which like it's still like kind of like I get more of a basic coffee, but like a medium hot mocha, whatever. It's like $5. Airport, it's like $8. Insane to me. Just 'cause whatever airport tax they put on stuff is crazy. But Dune, I cannot wait to read it. I love Timothy Chalamet. I love Timothy Chalamet from Dune. And I cannot wait to read about Timothy Chalamet in Dune. Yeah, she's a little thick. It's nothing I ain't read before. It's probably about like 400 pages. That's easy. But I'm really excited to read Dune. I want to read the whole series this year. I'm definitely going to leave Dune until after I finish all of my standalones, and then I'm going to get into the full series. So it'll probably be a few months until I read Dune, but I want to read the whole series this year. I want to read the whole series before Dune Part 3 comes out, because I want to compare. I want to see what's up. I want to see if they botched it in the movies. I want to see. That's what I like doing now. Is like any movie that I've seen like previously, in like theaters like a long time ago that I haven't read the book yet. Whatever. I like reading the books and then like going back and watching the movies and like and then complaining. They botched the fart out of that ish. They botched it, and then I got all angry about it, and then I never want to watch the movie again. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for all of these reads, these Grimblies, these Johns that I get to read this year. I get to dwindle down my physical TBR, so then I can buy more books. The only book in the stack that I bought, the only books that I bought were Fairy Tale by Stephen King and Dune. The rest of those were gifts. So book haul / physical TBR for 2025. So anyways, I'm super excited for this year for reading, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.